Just 3 words, "Can we talk?" Instantly, your mind races. What did you do? Are they mad at you? You get an email from your boss, subject line, "Urgent feedback." You feel that familiar, cold drop in your stomach. You assume the worst. We spend our lives writing elaborate, negative stories in our heads based on tiny scraps of information. We build entire conspiracy theories where we are the victim and everyone else is the villain. But what if this mental habit, this automatic leap to the worst-case scenario, is a glitch? What if it's a bug in our psychological software that's costing us our peace, our productivity, and our relationships? The cost of this glitch is immense. It fuels needless anxiety, creates friction in our teams, and burns precious mental energy on problems that don't even exist. And what if there was a simple, genius tool you could use to debug your brain instantly? Get ready, because in the next few minutes, you are going to learn a mental model so powerful it will feel like a superpower. We're going to break down the psychology of Hanlon's razor, and it's the ultimate rule for achieving mental clarity in a world of chaos. This isn't just philosophy. This is a high-performance tool for ambitious professionals who want less stress and more success. First, let's define our weapon. Hanlon's razor is a principle, an aphorism, that states, "Never attribute to malice that which is adequately explained by stupidity." Now, stupidity is a harsh word, and it isn't even the full picture. Let's upgrade it for the modern professional. Think of it this way. Never assume bad intentions when it's far more likely to be a simple mistake, a lack of information, a different priority, or just plain old oversight. Imagine a workplace without this principle. Projects get delayed because team members assume the worst of each other instead of just communicating. Good ideas are dismissed because of perceived slights. It's a low-trust environment where everyone is walking on eggshells. Hanlon's razor is a mental tool that allows you to slice away the most negative, paranoid, and anger-inducing explanations, leaving you with a much simpler and usually correct reality. Imagine your colleague spills coffee on your report right before a big meeting. A hot flash of anger floods your mind. Your instant gut reaction is pure malice. You think, they did that on purpose. They're trying to sabotage me. That's the emotional, paranoid brain at work. But Hanlon's razor forces you to ask, what's more likely? That your colleague is a Machiavellian villain who has been plotting your downfall via lukewarm latte? Or that they were clumsy, distracted, juggling 3 other tasks, and are now just as embarrassed and horrified as you are angry? The razor slices away the complex conspiracy and leaves the simple truth. It's not a battle, it's just a spill. So why do our brains automatically jump to the worst conclusion? This isn't a personal flaw, it's a feature of human psychology. Our brains are hardwired with a negativity bias. Your amygdala, the alarm system of your brain, is built for a world of physical threats. This is amplified by a powerful cognitive bias called the fundamental attribution error. This is a well-documented glitch where we judge others differently than we judge ourselves. When we make a mistake, we blame our external circumstances. I was late because traffic was terrible, but when someone else makes the same mistake, we blame their internal character. They were late because they're lazy and disorganized. Think about it. When someone cuts you off in traffic, your first thought is, what a jerk. Not, maybe they're rushing to a hospital. That's the error in action, and it silently corrodes trust and teamwork. Hanlon's razor is the direct antidote. It forces you to give others the same benefit of the doubt you automatically give yourself. This is not about being naive or a pushover. It's about being strategic. Reacting with anger and suspicion is emotionally expensive. It burns your energy, clouds your judgment, and damages professional relationships that you might need later. Using Hanlon's razor is a strategic choice to conserve your emotional energy for what truly matters: your goals, your growth, your success. So let's make this actionable. I'm going to give you a framework we call the Clarity Reset. Step 1, pause and detach. The moment you feel that rush of anger or paranoia, stop. Do not type the email. Do not make the phone call. Physically take your hands off the keyboard. This pause is a circuit breaker. It interrupts the emotional, amygdala-driven hijack of your brain and gives your logical prefrontal cortex a fighting chance to come online. If you need a tool, use box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. This simple action sends a signal to your nervous system that you are not in physical danger. This isn't about suppressing your feelings, it's about taking control of your reaction. Step 2, generate alternatives. Your brain has offered you one story, the Malice story. Your job is to become a detective, not a judge. Your goal is to create at least 3 other possibilities. Actively challenge your first assumption. Your colleague didn't reply to your email. Now generate alternatives. Be specific. Alternative 1. Maybe my email got buried in their inbox or went to spam. Alternative 2. Maybe they are swamped with a higher priority deadline from their own boss. Alternative 3. Circumstances. Maybe they are out of the office with a sick child. Just the act of generating these possibilities breaks the spell of the negative assumption and opens your mind. Step 3. Choose the kindest assumption. Out of all the stories you just generated, choose to provisionally believe the one that assumes the best, or at least the most neutral intent. Now, a crucial point. This doesn't mean you become a doormat. It's about choosing your starting point. You can still hold people accountable. If you later discover there was malice, you can still act decisively, but you'll do it with a clear head and all the facts. Feel that sense of release. That's the feeling of mental freedom. Let's see the clarity reset in action. Imagine a colleague, Alex, was supposed to send you their part of a project by noon. It's now 2 p.m. and you have nothing. The malice assumption kicks in. Alex is lazy and doesn't respect my time. They are trying to make me miss the deadline. You're angry, but you're a pro, so you use the razor. You pause. Every instinct wants to fire off a passive-aggressive message, but you resist. You generate. Maybe their computer crashed. Maybe they were given the wrong deadline by someone else. Maybe a personal emergency came up. You choose the kindest assumption. Something important must have come up. Now, your action is completely different. Instead of an angry email, you send a calm message. Hey Alex, just checking in on the report. Hope everything is okay. A minute later, you get a reply. So sorry for the delay. My Wi-Fi has been down all morning. Sending it from my phone right now. And just like that, a potential conflict becomes a moment of collaboration. No drama, no wasted energy, just results. This is your new identity. Hanlon's razor is more than just a clever phrase. It's a tool for emotional resilience. It's a system for better collaboration. It is a strategic decision to operate from a place of clarity instead of chaos. By refusing to default to suspicion, you will become the person who can navigate difficult situations with grace. You'll be a better leader, a better teammate, and a more effective professional. You will trade pointless conflict for powerful partnerships. The life of a reactor is stressful and stagnant. The life of an analyst is calm, controlled, and full of growth. So here is your mission. For the next week, I want you to consciously apply the clarity reset to one situation every single day. When someone cuts you off in traffic, when a friend cancels plans, when a colleague misses a deadline, run the 3-step plan. Pause, generate, choose. Watch what happens, not just to your relationships, but to your own stress levels. You have the power to debug your brain and upgrade your reality. Start today. We've all been on both sides of this. Comment below with a time you mistakenly assumed malice when it was probably just a mistake. Let's share our stories, and I'll be reading every comment. If you are ready to trade stress for success and want more high-impact strategies like this every single week, then hit that subscribe button right now. Your journey to becoming a more effective, resilient professional continues here. You're no longer a reactor, you're an analyst. Keep sharpening your mind, and I'll see you in the next video.